But if we turn that off, then nobody will be so annoyed. Is that possible?
Yeah, let me
so I'm going to give you a little bit of the story of, in some sense, going from MIT to honesty and asking why not questions. And I guess there's a line that's those who can do, those who can't teach, those who can't teach teachers. But I think one of the great things about economics is that it is a science that's practical, and that in particular the theory that we use ends up being we can have lights. It's really the sound of the speaker that was the issue. So I believe that you can use economic theory to help you come up with great business ideas. And it's not that hard, and I hope that you will see the direct application. We'll also talk about cases where sort of the theory didn't always work the way we expected, and so you'll see a little of each. One of the things that's really different about academia and the real world is that as a professor, all that matters is that you're right. And it doesn't really matter if other people believe you. And in fact, it's almost better if they don't believe you, because then it shows how smart you were. And so if 10 years later you're proven right, then you had to be really clever. Whereas in the real world, it doesn't matter if you're right if nobody listens. And so that notion of how you get people to believe you and act upon it is probably the biggest difference. And so this story of how a theory became real begins with teaching a case study. And so if you'd like, today what we're going to do is a case study about a case study. And the case study is about whether there's a hole in the market for beverages. And if there is a hole, would you want to fall in it? So those are kind of the two main questions. And if you think about the products that are available to drink, there's probably every flavor that you can imagine. Right? I think we yet have Mastiff sodas, but just about everything else is out there. There's every possible size that you can imagine. There's little bubbles, big bubbles, no bubbles. There's caffeine, no caffeine, extra caffeine, Red Bull. So I ask you, when you look at this list, what hole is there in the market? I heard none. What hole is there? None. Well, then in case I'm in trouble. Yes, sir, and then?
There's a marketing hole.
There's a marketing hole?
Everywhere.
Everywhere?
I believe.
Okay.
Origin.
Origin. So I don't know what you mean?
Whether product is organic or not.
Okay. So it turns out that even there you have some organic ginger sodas. There's kosher. There's biodynamic. It's certainly the case with coffees in terms of